This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir?
Yes, please come in.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sirs.
Please take it.
Thank you, sir.
Shivansh.
Yes, sir.
Shivansh, you have done marine engineering.
Yes, sir.
Then why you want to join CAPF?
So because joining forces was in my mind from a very earlier time. That's why I have given NDA twice. And after graduation also, I have appeared for SSBs. So this time I was trying to do something different. So I appeared for the CAPFs for the first time. And this is my first attempt.
Okay. But among all CAPFs, you have given last priority to the CRPF.
Yes, sir.
Why so?
So because the first three forces were clear on my mind and I have confusion between the last two one. So I got to know that BSF has a water wing. So I belong from that field. So I put BSF at the fourth and CRPF at the last.
What was?
No, sir. BSF has the water wing, sir. So that's why I put it at fourth.
What was the confusion regarding CRPF and other CAPF?
Sir, firstly, I belong to the industry. So the first thing that came to my mind that if I have to join the Central Armed Police Forces, then a force which is related to the industry will be good for me and I can serve better in that. Okay. And the second and third thing was that, so the level of exposure that I have with the above forces. I belong to a hilly area and ITBP and SSB are deployed over there. And so that's why I chose this order of preference, sir.
Okay. You have done marine engineering.
Yes, sir.
What are the maritime security challenges which India have?
So India has several maritime challenges, and the first one is the large coastal boundary of India, which is very prone to infringement. The second thing that is there is smuggling, human trafficking. The third one is the drug trafficking, maritime terrorism like 26/11 attack, and the environmental challenges are over there. So these are the few challenges that.
Having a large territorial waters is a challenge or an opportunity?
So it is an opportunity as well as a challenge also, because as an opportunity, I must say that we have a large coastline. We can develop many ports over there. Trade can flourish. And as a challenge, as I mentioned, sir, that these are the smuggling, trafficking and terrorism could take place from that large boundary.
What do you mean by high sea?
So high seas are the areas which are far away from about 200 nautical miles from the coastline of a country, sir.
Is there any mechanism to regulate the high seas?
So these are not as such not regulated. The UNCLOS is there, United Nations Law of the Sea. It is over there, which defines the international boundaries, sir, in maritime.
What do you mean by territorial waters?
The territorial waters are the water which is up to 12 nautical miles from the coastline of a country, sir.
How it is different than any other? How it is different than the man boundary areas?
Sir, sorry, sir, I could not understand the question.
How the territorial waters is different from the man territory?
So the territorial waters are 12 nautical miles. In that particular area, the Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard, Indian government has its full jurisdiction. The national laws applies in that particular area. So I think that is the reason.
Is there any right of foreign nations in the territorial waters?
So the merchant ships, these have the rights that they can pass peacefully in that territorial waters of a country, sir.
Okay. Recently we have saw Quad.
Yes, sir.
Is emerging. What is the purpose of Quad?
So the main purpose of the Quad is to develop an Indo-Pacific alliance with the countries Japan, Australia and US, sir. It helps in cooperating in the field of security, economy in that particular region.
Okay. Shivansh, this year UN has, we are celebrating Millets
Yes, sir.
year. Suppose in CAPFs, government has directed to implement at least 25% millets in your all masses of Jawans. and you want to try to implement that, but Jawans are resisting.
Yes, sir.
Then what will you do?
So first thing, I will try to understand the problems that Jawans are having with this particular order. I will understand their problems, and if their doubts are genuine, I will talk with them and I will clear those doubts. I will tell them about the benefits of the millets in a diet, the nutrition value that it holds, and the help that it could, the things that it could help in the health benefit and also the economic benefit of the forces. Sir.
Okay. Even that they are not willing to accept that, will you take any punitive action against them?
No, sir, I don't think that punitive action could be a good point over there. These types of things, I think, have to be resolved by the talks only, sir.
Okay. My last question to you is, recently Indian Prime Minister coined a term of AI, not in terms of artificial intelligence, but in terms of bilateral relations. What is that?
Sir, AI coined by the Prime Minister is American Indian. It is just coined by the Prime Minister during his US visit over there. It holds a strong relationship with US and how we can develop a strategic defense and economic partnership with US in the future, sir.
Okay, good. Sir, please.
So tell me what this your marine engineering qualifications has a role in CISF, which is your first choice.
So during our training in the marine engineering, we have been trained in the industrial courses, various security courses that I can think that I believe that will help me in the CISF as well, sir. Like firefighting course, survival technique course, medical first aid. These are courses which can help me in CISF. Although immense pressure handling, leadership qualities are also being developed during our courses. So this will help me in the forces, sir.
CISF also provides securities to private sector businessmen, right? Which precisely means that Shivansh Kandpal, an officer from police forces, is responsible for security of a doggy of Mukesh Ambani. Is it okay?
Sir, I believe that it is a part of job, sir. If I am giving a role and responsibility to even protect a dog, then I think it is my duty to protect him.
No, my point is that should CISF officials be given duty for security of this private enterprises or industrialist?
Yes, sir. I think that the CISF should be given the priority because CISF is a force which is very professional in providing securities. And at the present time, the private sector is playing also a major role in developing our nation. So these private industries, if they require security, then they should be given the best security.
You mentioned that you write travelogues in Hindi.
Yes, sir.
Name any great writer of travelogue in Hindi.
Sir, Rahul Sankrityan.
Any book of him that you can talk about?
So I have read his travelogue on Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Sir.
Okay. You write poems also?
Yes.
Name any top Hindi poet?
Sir, Harivansh Rai Bachchan ji.
Tell me 2 lines of Harivansh Rai Bachchan.
सर मुझसे मिलने को कौन विकल है, मुझसे मिलने को कौन विकल है, मेरे हित चंचल यह प्रश्न शिथिल करता मन को, भरता और मैं विवलता है, दिन जल्दी जल्दी ढलता है.
Quad is a military alignment or a social or political kind of grouping? What exactly is definition of Quad?
So Quad is an informal international organization. It mostly participate in the economic and political sphere more than the military sphere as of now, sir.
Key difference between NATO and Quad?
So NATO is specifically a security alliance of the North Atlantic countries and US, Canada, and their main aim is to protection of all that is in their group, sir.
So same objective is here also, protection of all these?
No, sir. If any NATO countries has been invaded or in war, then it is a duty, it is a mandate of NATO that all the countries of the NATO will provide security and will indulge in war. But it is not the same case with Quad.
So, ma'am.
Shivansh, you're from Chamoli.
Yes, ma'am.
You also were president of Cultural Society of College.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me some past about Chamoli? What is Chamoli known for culturally?
So, ma'am, Chamoli is known for its tourist places. It's a different type of culture that is there. Panchbadri is in Chamoli. 3 of the Panchprayags are in Chamoli. Especially the Badrinath is in Chamoli. And the
Badrinath is a Panchprayag?
Panchbadri, one of Panchbadris, it is in Chamoli. And about that, Ramvan in Joshimath, that is an intangible cultural heritage. It is also in Chamoli, ma'am.
Okay, so you've mentioned intangible cultural heritage. There's also a festival which is celebrated in Chamoli district or Chamoli.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is? And it's a part of the intangible cultural heritage list.
Ramvan, it is a depiction of Ramayana in a local form.
Okay. And what is the old name of Chamoli, the ancient name?
Specifically, Chamoli doesn't have an old name, but the whole area was known as Kedarkhand.
Kedarkhand. Okay. Now, you have varied experience between Chamoli, Kota and Kolkata. You've studied at all these places and you've also worked in Singapore.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't been into Singapore. I was on ship, but the company's headquarters was in Singapore.
Okay. So, you also like writing travelogues in Hindi?
Yes.
So, you've written on these places?
No, ma'am. I haven't written on these places till now.
So, when you say you like writing travelogues in Hindi, what places have you written on?
Ma'am, I have written travelogues on my trip during Rudranath trip, and that travelogue has been recently published in a website also.
Okay.
And I am planning to write a travelogue once I go back on the Chandrashila track also.
Okay. And you've traveled from Chamoli to Delhi today? Or you came yesterday? So how was what do you feel is culturally different between the two cities?
The cultural difference between the two cities, ma'am, the way they dress, the dress part is over there, the food part is over there, and the way of living specifically, it is over there. The mountainous areas require hard strength and mental and physical fitness specifically more require over there, and the comfort level at that level is less in the mountainous region, while it is more in Delhi.
You also like watching science fiction. Can you name any 3 science fiction movies you've seen?
Ma'am, Interstellar, Martian, and Gravity.
Gravity. And do you feel that science fiction is effectively predicting science or scientific development? For example, we have the movie Matrix, and in a way it showed artificial intelligence, and this is what has been developed after many years.
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you think it predicts scientific development?
Yes, ma'am. It is truly depicting the scientific development because the science fiction movies are basically based on a scientific backing, but over that, imaginative part is over there. So, this helps in developing a way to science.
Okay. Can you tell me, is there any native or any cultural songs associated with Garhwal region or school of painting?
Yes, ma'am. Garhwal painting of the school is there by Maula Ramji, and songs are like Jhumelo, Chapeli. These are the local songs that are played in Garhwal.
And can you tell me what is the changing role of CAPF?
Changing role of CAPF, ma'am. Right now we are entering into a way of technology that are developing. So I think the CAPFs are also molding themselves to train them in a hybrid kind of warfare. It is not only based on the terrain, it is also based on the social media and the artificial intelligence field.
And how do we use artificial intelligence in CAPF? Once again.
Artificial intelligence can be used in the field of surveillance, and it can be
But that is already being done with the help of drones.
The artificial intelligence can, we can develop prediction models on the basis of probability by the use of artificial intelligence.
Okay. So my last question. You've appeared for NDA twice earlier, then you did engineering service 3 times. This year you've appeared for civil service, and to try something different in your own words, you thought of giving CAPF.
Yes, ma'am.
नाउ CAPF 2 बार तो ट्राई कर लिया है, हर एग्जाम को 3 बार तो ट्राई किया है तुमने, CAPF भी 3 बार हो गया.
I haven't appeared for CAPF. Appear first time किया.
Central Armed Police Forces December 2020.
फॉर्म भरा था पर अपेयर नहीं किया था.
Okay. So this time you thought of trying something different.
Yes, ma'am.
So even if you get selected, you'll continue applying for civil services.
तो मैम सिविल
3 times तो अप्लाई करने का रूल है आपका.
तो मैम एक्चुअली मैम ये था कि ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम्स माई जॉइनिंग वॉज डिलेड. तो उस बीच में मोस्टली टाइम मेरा पढ़ने में निकला था. तो उस बीच में जितने फॉर्म आ रहे थे वो मैंने सारे भरे थे. बट फोर्सेस का एक था कि ज्वाइन करनी है हमेशा से, इसीलिए मर्चेंट नेवी भी, क्योंकि एनडीए नहीं हो पाया इसीलिए मर्चेंट नेवी सोचा कि एक यूनिफॉर्म फोर्सेस इधर भी हैं, यहाँ ट्राई कर सकते.
कोविड को गए हुए तो इतने टाइम हो गया अब तो, बट द फर्स्ट टाइम यू अपीयर फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज इज इन जून 2022.
Yes, ma'am, because without sailing I cannot have my degree from the college.
Okay. Also, your degree is tied to you sailing.
Yes, ma'am.
And that happened now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You are well balanced, your opinions are quite politically neutral and well matured, but something is missing. That is your smile on your face. So, is there any kind of nervousness?
No, sir. No, sir.
So, please, you have a very handsome face and which is lacking smile. So, please try to keep a little bit smile as well. There is no GST on over that right now.